95.7 The Hog, Daytona's rock station. Riggs the Morning Hog. Hey, it's Friday. It's Morning Hog Happy Hour. Be a good time to bring Josh from SR Perot right there for a Morning Hog Brew review. But wait,
there's more.
I like when you have people right behind you just looking over your shoulder like,
Absolutely.
what's up? What you got cooking?
They always bring us cool stuff. That's
Yeah.
why. I got Jamie from Fever Tree.
Jamie! Whoa! Wait, Fever Tree?
Fever Tree.
Really?
Fever
Well, I like
Tree
that.
through Molson Coors Beverage Company.
There you
Right
go.
off the bat, it's a great band name, Fever Tree.
I like that.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I think they'd
we
have
could
like
rock out
a
to
heavier edge, but it have like a Cornell kind of vocal, kind of in the back a little bit. That's why I feel like Fever Tree, the band.
Do you want me to start singing?
Well, no, let's drink first, and then we'll start singing.
All right. Yeah.
It's always
Listen up
best.
to
Yeah.
vocals.
Yeah, you got to get a little high to hit Cornell.
In any
Yeah.
karaoke format, you got to drink first and then sing. So you brought an array of beverages.
Yeah,
right
we got
here.
a whole bunch of stuff today. Fever Tree makes some great non-alcoholic mixers, essentially.
Okay.
So we're going to go through those today, talk about them a little bit, taste
Okay.
them, and I'm actually pretty excited. Some of these I've tried in the past, some I haven't. So this is kind of new for us. Perot, we just picked up. Molson Coors just partnered with Fever Tree.
Okay.
So we're very excited to get these out to you guys out there.
I mean, everybody needs a new mixer, right?
Yeah, and Molson Coors, we decided in January we took a stake in Fever Tree. They're originally from the UK.
Okay.
Very strong presence there. Molson Coors now has the distribution rights and marketing rights for the good old U.S. And
Want to use my shirt?
Josh, team struggle over there.
Yeah, struggle
And
a little bit.
so we are now granted distribution rights to distributors such as SR Perot.
Okay.
Very excited to see where we can take the brand, which is a premium mixer.
Right.
And 11 years running, the number one mixer in share and in volume.
All right.
Jeez.
We've taken over some other
Champions.
competitors that I won't name.
Okay.
But very good results. And what distinguishes Fever Tree, again, a premium mixer. And when you started back 20 years ago, the owners of Fever Tree in the UK, big into cocktails, and they just like, why are you going to bring your cocktail down with a
point.
basic or private label mixer? So they set forth to go out and change that
Smart.
and created the premium mixer known as Fever Tree.
Got their own fleet.
One thing I can say, you use the word premium, just holding the bottle. It's a little bit heavier than a normal bottle. It feels premium.
Right.
Now that I've poured it,
Yes. Yeah. The aroma.
has already hit my nose.
Can you guys see it?
Smells fantastic.
It's like,
So we're going to start off with Fever Tree's espresso martini mix.
okay.
From what I understand, you just add vodka and you're ready to go.
You're ready to go, and a very espresso martini. The last 2-3 years, very hot cocktail out on the market, especially with our younger generation.
Right.
I will say my wife likes to partake in those.
Mine as well.
And also, certain establishments like to throw in a couple of coffee beans as well
Yeah.
to get that extra added mixture. But yes,
Oh,
brand
good
is
trick.
on fire. One of the newer brands for Fever Tree, but looking to see what it does out there.
So this one's coming in a 6.9 bottle. So you're getting a pretty big bottle with this. It says crafted here with a blend of Indonesian Robusta and Arabica coffee, which you've heard of Arabica before.
Sure.
I'm sure if you're a coffee person. This is delicious. I'm not usually that guy.
Yeah.
When it comes to espresso martinis and stuff like that, but I may convert just based on the flavor.
Sweetness on this too is great.
It's perfect.
It's not overwhelming. It's just enough on the back.
The coffee is fantastic.
Yeah. And again, premium mixer, we'll say that a million times, but one thing you'll get at a Fever Tree, no artificial sweeteners. I mean, everything is straight ingredient from all over the world. I mean, the way they source, you get, I see we have the sparkling lemonade. You get lemons from Sicily. Elderflower is from England.
Really?
The quinine and the tonic water, when we get to that, is from
That's a
Central
fun word.
Africa. So it's just something they want to hold true to. And the tagline is, if 3/4 of your cocktail is with a mixer, then why not mix with the best?
Absolutely.
I like that
No
a lot.
doubt.
Look at that. Now I got the fever for Fever Tree. You're
There you
welcome.
go.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
yeah.
Trademark that
I
right
just
now.
want to do it first, then we'll.
And the
we'll do it.
reason they came up with Fever Tree is the cinchona tree is where they get the quinine for the tonic water.
Okay.
And back in the day, the soldiers, when they would get fevers, they would get the quinine from the bark of the cinchona tree, and that would help. That was like their medicine.
See, I like when there's
natural
an actual
medicine.
reasoning behind the name.
Exactly. So, hence, they said, well, hey, we like that story. Let's go with Fever Tree.
So it's brilliant, and it works.
All right, so now we have the Sicilian lemonade, like you're saying, sourced from Sicilian lemons. This one comes, so a lot of these do come in different size formats as well, so you have to kind of check out the market and what you're looking for.
Yeah.
We could list them here today, but we'd be here for a while.
Yeah.
So
right.
But this particular bottle is a 6.8, so which is kind of nice. Some of the stuff that's sparkling, you use it to make your cocktails. You don't want that carbonation to run out or anything like that. So this is perfect enough to make a cocktail or two. However you want to balance out your cocktails. 40 calories per serving. So just nailing it on that. And then the flavor.
Yeah.
No effervescence in here.
Get you a little Kentucky lemonade,
Right.
little highball there.
Right.
That's mixing it up. And yes, speaking of the packages, it has been their number one package, the 4-pack 12-ounce bottle. You can get those at Publix, ABC, Total Wine, Target, Walmart. But when we get into cans, that is something they introduced a few years ago, and that is on fire.
I can imagine. I mean, it's the perfect size for what you're wanting to do.
Cocktail,
Yeah.
boom,
You're right, keep it
cans
fresh.
gone.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that.
You know where else you can find the information?
What's that?
on this?
Oh, you talk about srprod.com/beer-finder?
Go on.
I was assuming, but I didn't want to get that wrong.
Gotta get those plugs in.
So this lemonade, the espresso martini had a very nice sweetness. This has a nice tartness.
Yes.
The lemon flavor is super upfront.
Yep.
The sweetness is there, but it's not overly sweet like some of the lemonades you get out there.
Yeah.
So very nicely balanced again. Another
Perfecto.
I got nothing bad to say.
That's perfecto. We going more?
I think we can get 4 on this.
Let's
before
do
we
it.
hit the break.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's move on to pink grapefruit, which I'd be good in like a Paloma, I'd imagine,
There
with
you
some
go.
tequila.
Paloma, another one of the last couple
cocktails,
years,
right?
number 2 cocktail in the United States.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I think, isn't tequila now the number 1 liquor, if I'm not mistaken?
It is.
So there you go. You got the 1 and 2
Tequila.
punch.
See, I never think about mixers properly.
Right. Everyone just assumes.
Premium mixers.
Absolutely. Yes. You want a premium drink, right? Especially if you're spending money on, higher end liquors. You're getting the fantastic flavor from a liquor that you're actually spending some money on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Premium cocktail
It
mixer.
makes all the difference.
Well, and you think too, coming out of the cans and the bottles instead of
the
that
guns.
soda gun.
Yeah.
How often is that?
Yeah. Good point.
If you want to look at the inside of a soda gun, go to your local bar and ask them to see it, and I guarantee they'll tell you no.
Yes, they will say no, thank you.
Yeah.
So there again, you're getting this right out of the bottle.
Yeah.
It's premium right into your premium cocktail, especially for folks like Josh and his wife. That it's always top shelf. They don't
right.
mess around when they're out.
They don't.
One little note on sparkling grapefruit. When it was originally created by Fever Tree, all the grapefruit came from the good old state of Florida.
Really?
okay.
Okay.
But then with our weather, hurricane stuff, we've had some crop issues. So still some Florida grapefruits, but also Texas and California. So great thing, made in America.
I was going to say,
Like
so,
that?
supporting American farmers and stuff. That's killer.
Perfect.
Yes.
So this was the one, I was really excited to try. I have not seen this in the market yet, so I'm glad that we've picked this up. Is Distiller's Cola. Says that it has some Caribbean cola nut, which I'm not familiar with.
Okay.
So I'm actually really looking forward to trying this one.
Cola nut. I mean, I've heard the words cola and then nut, but you don't hear them pushed together like
And
that.
of course, we know what we're going to mix the cola with.
Right.
The old brown stuff.
Right, the old brown juice.
Yeah, don't mix vodka with your colas, guys. Unless you're Taylor Swift, apparently.
Coming from a guy that worked at Coca-Cola for 15 years, that is very tasty.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
So
Really?
it has that classic cola flavor right up front, but the way it finishes is something a little bit different, but still in the realm of cola. So I like the word, but we've used it a lot today.
Yeah.
But the only word to use is premium.
Right.
It has that premium flavor. That's killer.
I would drink this by itself.
Yes, absolutely.
That's not weird, right? Does that happen? I assume that probably happens.
It is, and
Right.
we also got to bring up, what's big right now too. We keep talking about what to mix it with. A lot of mocktails right
Yes,
now.
absolutely.
Again, that younger demographic.
Great point.
My 25-year-old daughter Now she will do her weekends, but then she will also do the mocktail. So again,
Okay.
There you go.
right
I
up
like
the
that
alley.
idea.
Fever Tree's got it all covered.
It's perfect. This sets up for a completely different weekend than I thought I was getting into now.
Right.
Because now I'm going to be like a mixologist over the weekend.
I'll get you a lab coat.
I mean, I feel like I could just wear this, right? Or if anything I spill on it, it's
You're
going to
wear that outside of here?
For sure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to wear it probably all weekend, so just get ready. It smells good now. Stick around, though. It could get weird. More Morning Hog Brew review coming up on 95.7 The Hog. Do you have a change of shirt in the car just in case?
Yeah, I got an extra product.
Okay, cool. Thank you. 95.7 The Hog, Daytona's Rock Station. Riggs the Morning Hog and a Morning Hog Brew review. We're in the midst of a fever tree blowout, aren't we, Josh?
I have a fever for it.
I mean, listen, one of the things that I've already learned is that even though this is sort of an NA episode, this is the bridge to if you want to add the A, you can bring it on yourself, right? You just,
Oh, yeah. I had to do a little bit of letter math.
I had to make sure.
That was very clever.
I had to make sure I got that right.
That seemed like a little radio 101.
Well, I got an
jargon
English
there.
degree. I don't want to brag about it, but it's right here on. Oh, it fell off the wall.
Yeah.
All right. So we were running through some bottles earlier, and we referred to these cans, but we haven't even cracked one yet. So what are we about to get into?
No, we're about to get into these. So these are going to be some more of your classic cocktail mixers. A couple of different tonics, some ginger ale, and some ginger beer. So we're going to start off with the. You know what? We have some big flavors on the front end. Let's kind of go the opposite direction. Cleanse our palate slightly with some of these tonics and soda waters, and then we'll move into some flavors. So
I like it.
Let's.
We were talking about
I think
premium.
we start off with the original tonic water. That way we can find the difference.
The flagship of Fever Tree.
Okay. This was the OG.
Yes, this is the OG.
The root of the fever tree.
So that's the first time I ever heard on the front half there what quinine even was. I've seen the word a million times. It's fun to say.
Yeah, it is fun to say. Yeah. I've called friends that before. I don't even know what I'm saying.
But from what I understand, that quinine is that kind of the bittering agent and tonic water, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Try some of that.
Yeah.
That'll get you.
You get it out of
like that.
Central Africa, and it tells you that right on the can. And again, going back to sourcing our ingredients, no artificial flavors. That will never happen. And sourcing these from all over the world.
So I'm usually a soda guy, just soda water. Because typically some of the cheaper brands have that quinine flavor is so intense and so bitter that it overtakes the drink. And this is very nicely balanced. Even without liquor, which kind of usually pulls the other direction and tries to balance out your drink a little bit.
Right.
Even by itself, the bitterness is just enough there to let you know it's a tonic water. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Little fun fact, 1 in 10 gin and tonics in the U.S. are made with that right
Really?
there. That fever
Look
tree.
at that number.
Yeah.
I like
We'll get that
that
up to 10 and 10.
there you go.
Yeah. Take us out for a second.
We got Josh leading the parade
We'll
charge
fix
out
that
there.
for you right there.
That's right. So absolutely delicious. And here's a fun flavor: elderflower tonic water. So that way, when you want to elevate your cocktail a little bit and try something new.
Yep. I do.
Elderflower, straight out of England, where Fever Tree all began.
Okay. Now, is the elderflower and the elderberry, are they friends? Are they neighbors? Are they cousins? I don't know.
Call them kissing cousins.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. It makes sense to me. I was born in West
This is a
Virginia.
Florida radio show, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Makes a lot of sense. Oh,
That smells great.
Yeah, it does. You get some sort of sweetness there on just smelling.
Yeah, I can say in my lifetime I've drank some tonic water, and this is this is premium for sure.
Absolutely.
Right. There are a lot of probably mistakes that are made along the cheaper, less premium tonics.
Well, I mean, when you start to get into these cheaper products, especially the mixers, liquors, you're getting it cheap and the flavor tastes cheap. Let's be honest. Usually you're also getting a hangover and stuff like that. So, premium, liquors is one thing. Once you put these mixers in here and you have a full premium cocktail, I think it's just, it's perfect.
Something I haven't thought about. I've been the cheap mixer guy before.
Absolutely. Yeah, they have their place, let's be honest. At the end of the day,
but it makes a difference. It makes a huge
I want to feel
difference.
good at what I'm drinking.
Feel good about what you're drinking, and I'm the type of person, because I am pretty frugal as a human.
Yeah.
But when you're paying for, and then you get the taste to back it up,
Absolutely.
it's one thing to get charged
Yes.
a high amount, and then you taste it, whether it's food, drink,
Great
and
point.
you're
Crap.
like, okay, what did I just do here?
Sure.
Yeah, I've told people multiple times. If I go out for a meal,
Yeah.
and it's a little heavy on the pocketbook, as long as I had a good time and it tasted delicious,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Exactly.
Now, if I go out and it's heavy on the pocket and it tastes like crap,
Yeah.
I'm angry.
That's right.
I'm
the
not a
same
happy
way.
man.
Yeah,
like a bear.
Yeah.
It's just disturbed.
that's when you may have a few more cocktails to
offset.
absolve that
Absolutely.
that memory.
To write your terse email to them.
Right, exactly. My Google reviews are through the roof.
Yep.
That's you can find those at angryjosh.org.
Angry Josh. Yeah, exactly.
Right there.
So next up we have ginger beer.
All right.
Ginger beer you're using usually in like a Moscow Mule or something like that.
Okay.
Ginger beer is a little bit more difficult to find out there. It's one of my ingredients that I actually really do enjoy. So I'm excited to try this. This will be my first time trying it.
Well, you are drinking the #1 ginger beer,
I can already tell by smelling
good
it.
old United States.
Look at that.
And little quote there: 1 out of 3 mules are made with what we just consumed.
Look at that.
Let's raise it up, Josh.
I love
I
these.
thought that Distiller's Cola was my favorite, but that just overtook it. And
This has like 3 different texture, flavor. There's a lot of things happening. There's an arc in your taste buds.
Yeah, and you have 3 different gingers.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
got
yeah?
India, Ivory Coast, and when you look at that, other mixers like to use cayenne pepper
to
kind
get that spiciness.
Get that.
Oh, yeah.
So they found Fever Tree folks have found the 3 mixtures to get that
Perfect.
where it needs to be.
It's perfect.
And
No,
then, as what we mentioned earlier, again, you could just drink this.
Yeah.
By itself,
by the pool
I
by
would.
itself, nice, refreshing, a little break.
That is excellent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my favorite of the day. They're all delicious, but that's my favorite of the day.
Yeah. And there's still one to go. Now, a lot of times I'll walk into a place I've been before, a stranger, and I'll get the whiskey and ginger. But you got to say the right thing because maybe they grab the other ginger.
Well, that's what we have here. Is some ginger ale.
Right.
Yeah, and a big ask that we have now of our distributors on an on-premise location like restaurants, bars,
Right.
hotels is to work and get Fever Tree located on the menu. That way,
Right.
when
Yeah.
you're looking at the drink menu, you see, okay, Fever Tree, that's where it's at.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna do with that, and then you got that Fever Tree out there, or we asked them to set a few bottles like they do with the liquor bottles
Sure. Right.
on the shelf. That way, to ask
See it
for
point. Yeah,
correct.
I would do that in a second.
That's one thing I'd ask of the listeners and the viewers out there. Go try these by themselves. Obviously, make yourself
yeah.
a cocktail, but try them first. Make your cocktail, and then when you go to your bars, now you're going to want these. I don't think you're going to stray away from it.
Yes.
It's too good.
No, it's quite good. And ginger ale, I will drink straight all day, every day. So I'm about to probably just grab the whole can from you.
Yeah, and a couple of accounts I was looking at where Fever Tree has done very well is Outriggers out in New Smyrna.
Okay.
Joe's Crab Shack. So,
All right.
But you'll find Fever Tree like Hooters, Miller's Ale House.
Oh, yeah.
All the Landry's restaurant group.
Okay.
So
See, that's
a lot
when
out there.
you realize some of these chains are catching on. It's because they know the product. Number one is delicious, and people ask for it.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So we're moving on to ginger ale. The coolest thing about these cans, if you're not watching the YouTube video, these particular ones are just a little over 5 ounces.
Right.
So that is the perfect amount. You probably get 2 cocktails out of this on average, I'm assuming. But that way you're not losing your carbonation.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than a flat drink when you're expecting some bubbly.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to get some bubbles in your whole sinus cavity. Just get it all going in there. Let it all work. This is great.
It's
It's a
fantastic.
great ginger ale.
You could put this side by side with any other ginger ale out there. In my opinion, what you find is the ginger flavor in a lot of those is artificial. It's not real ginger.
got an
They're
artificial
doing something to
sweetener.
try to
Yeah.
find that flavor because it's probably a bit of a hassle, which Fever Tree is willing to go through, obviously. But you're actually getting real ginger flavor.
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
Well, and again, I mean, the Fever Tree portfolio, many awards. Anyone could go on and look it up. Again, 11 years in a row, voted the #1 mixer in the United States.
Here's the Fever Tree.
Been killing it over in the UK, like I said, for over 15 to 20 years.
Yep.
Brought it over here. It's just been on fire. Some of the other mixer brands that actually have more distribution, meaning they're in more availability out there to consumers, are way down compared to Fever Tree. So that's why Molson Coors decided to get a stake in the company, bring it to our strong distributors. Force within the United States, like an SR Parrot who does so very well for us, and bring this even to the next level.
Yeah, I'm excited,
It's
man.
probably not easy to get that attention too as a mixer at that level too, but obviously they've done it.
That's what I'm saying. Go out there, give them a shot, start requesting this, because I guarantee if you put this side by side, there's no going back.
Yeah, and to your point about trying it out, again, Publix is in the whole Southeast United States. Publix by far the #1
There you go.
selling location. But again, ABC, try it, and we promise you'll want to be asking for it when you go into the your neighborhood bar or restaurant that you frequent.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
This is a fever I would like to treat with some lunch cocktails. If you guys are down.
I actually have a bottle of Copper Bottom in my truck.
It's perfect. srprot.com/beer finder if you just want to track them down. But thank you for bringing these great flavors.
Yeah, thank you
These
for
are
having
fantastic.
us and sharing the Fever Tree love with your listeners here.
Give you the fever. Cheers.
Cheers.